and welcome to our Cougar Academy CP Finite course. In this tutorial, I just want to go over how to basically go through our different units and submit things within this course. So at this time, you should be pretty confident and comfortable with the course introduction and syllabus. Once you get into the course, please be sure to look over those documents and focus on due dates and everything else like that that will be coming up. When you want to start a formal lesson, we'll be starting in Unit 1. So basically, you will just click on, Unit 1, Linear Functions and Correlations. And within that unit, it will have several different folders for you to go through. Now, it's very important that you complete these folders in order, top to bottom. Okay, so just mathematics in itself is very structural and sequential, so it's very important that you do it in order like that. So start from the introduction. So this will basically have a small discussion for you, and with discussions you'll have an overview here, and then I'll kind of go over the different topics within the course. And be aware of different directions that are listed within you. So for our first one here, you're sharing a math story. To do discussions, you will want to then click on these little comment icons here and basically follow the rubric and do your best to type in what you can. So under math story. Now, some parts of discussions can also be responded to using a video. So say you want to make a new comment. If you click on this audio video recording, you can also share things in a discussion like that. So that is the details of a discussion. Okay. The overview again will have information for you. Once you complete one folder, then you can continue to the next folder. So linear functions and correlations, back to the home page. The learning journal, you'll want to click on that and also get an idea as to what is expected of you there. And each learning journal will have a journal entry prompt. Again, more details will follow within the learning journal. I do want to mainly just show you a formal lesson and how to go through that. So once you have the learning journal down, you can continue into lesson 1.1. And here you will see our introduction. Now I know it just looks like a lot of text, but this basically will share with you the expectations of this particular lesson. So it'll go over things that you should know from previous courses, goals of this lesson. So after the lesson, you should be able to ask yourself these 4 different questions in this case and have an understanding of those. And it'll also have clearly written directions as to what you will be expected to do. So open the lesson 1.1 materials and assignments folder. Download or print. It is recommended that you have a printer for this course. You can also handwrite the notes if you do not have access, or you can also ask me and I can somehow provide them for you if you're able to pick them up at the school. Thoroughly watch the lesson 1.1 video and complete the note guide. Practice problems and submit copies. At the bottom here, these are all the graded materials for this particular lesson. So another idea that you can look back at and make sure you have all the assignments completed for that lesson. So let's see what a formal lesson looks like. Lesson 1.1, materials and assignments. So here basically has all the materials you'll need for this lesson. Here is the video that you will watch and complete the notes for. So first you'll want to click on the 1.1 note guide, download or copy it the best you can. And once you have that, you can go back and you may have to click around a few times, that's okay. And once you have the notes ready, you can watch the video that goes along with it. The video as well will have a list of materials that you will need. So CP Finite Lesson 1, right there it says you should have your note guide. Oops. you should have a graphing calculator, and you should have the practice. So you'll want to watch this video, copy down the notes very thoroughly, and then when you have those copied down, move into the 1.1 practice. Now notice the answers are provided for you. So if you click on the 1.1 practice, okay, so the 1.1 practice, you will want to work through each of these problems without looking at the answers first. And then when you feel confident, then you can usually look at the answers at the end. They may be provided in a separate document, but it's very important that you check your answers. It's not so much cheating as long as you try your best first and then look over the problems. If you are having a lot of difficulty with the problems, then you need to either write that into your learning journal, which I mentioned before, and also you can email me any questions at any time, and I'll do my best to clarify information for you. Once you have both of those assignments completed, the note guide and the practice, then you can submit them. You will submit your notes and practice for each lesson in this assignment here, 1.1 notes and practice turn in. It won't look like very much when you just view it here, but you will have a submission box to the right here. And basically you will just upload a copy of your completed notes and your practice. You should be sure that images are clear so that I can clearly read them. And there is an app for that. I'll type it in here. It's the Cam Scan app, and that is very useful to scan your documents and send them in for me. So that can be helpful to have on your phones or on your devices in order to turn in materials. So you would turn those in. Take any checkpoints. Most lessons have a checkpoint, and those are, if you look at the grading, those are worth a little bit more points for you. And basically they are going to be some type of informal assessment that you can go through, usually multiple choice, fill in the blank, matching type questions. Checkpoints are designed to check your understanding of each lesson. Now you have 2 attempts on each checkpoint, okay, and your highest score will be recorded. So if you don't get everything right the first time, you can go back and try again. If you are still struggling after 2 attempts, you can certainly reach out to me. I will help you through materials, and depending on how that goes, possibly allow you another entry. Last part of each lesson is to see if there's a journal entry prompt. So your journal now would be updated, and also you'll want to respond to the prompt and apply that, add that to your journal. So in general, that is what a typical lesson will look like. If you have further questions or you're not sure about it, please, again, communicate with me, email me, and let me know.